Hello and welcome to this tutorial video covering the Channels page on AirMagnet Wi-Fi Analyzer Pro. The Channels page allows you to view the channels across the spectrum and drill down for in-depth information as you choose. To navigate to the Channels page, we can click on the Channel button at the bottom of the page, or drag the selection pane up and click on the button that says Channel. The left-hand side of the screen contains the channel selection pane. Channels are scanned based upon the current configuration. These settings will be temporarily overwritten should you choose to drill down on a channel along this screen. The channel settings will be restored once you navigate away from the channel screen. There are 4 columns in the channel selection pane: channel number, number of APs, the number of stations, and the number of ad hoc devices seen on each channel. As each channel is scanned, the channel number is displayed in the status bar at the bottom of the user interface. If the channel includes upper or lower 40 MHz, the status bar will include this information as the channels scan. To drill down for further information on a channel, you can simply select it in the channel selection pane. Note, the display on the right hand changes to give me channel-specific information. For channel plans that include larger channel widths, the channel scanning may be further defined by using the checkboxes at the top of the channel selection pane. These checkboxes enable you to focus on wider channel widths. If lower 40 MHz is selected, the 40 MHz lower channel is shown. Packets are scanned in the 40 MHz lower channel and in the 20 MHz channel. If upper 40 MHz is selected, the 40 MHz upper channel is shown, and packets are scanned in the 40 MHz upper channel and in the 20 MHz channel. If you're using a supported 802.11 AC adapter, you can also scan packets in the 80 MHz channel. With the specific channel selected, I can now understand the utilization on that channel as broken down by data rate, as well as the throughput on the channel as broken down by the data rate. The utilization breakdown is handy not only to see whether I have high utilization of the channel, but also to understand where that utilization is coming from: low or high data rate packets. Similarly, on my throughput, this gives me a view where the actual data throughput is coming from. If my throughput is low, it could be because I have a preponderance of low data rate packets, or I could have low aggregate throughput because I only have sporadic high throughput packets. This graph will allow me to easily diagnose what my current throughput condition is and what data rates are making up the overall throughput. Below the utilization graph, I can see key statistics for the channel. I can look at the speed by frames and bytes. I can look at the various media types seen. More importantly, I can drill down and look at the actual frames and bytes received, the number of control frames and management frames and data frames. I can also see the number of CRC error bytes. Looking at the percentage can give me a good feel for how healthy my overall channel is. A large number of CRC errors certainly suggests a preponderance of noise, congestion, or other interference issues on my channel. To the right is a configurable graph area I can use to show data that may be of interest to me. I can show graphs for signal strength, noise, CRC errors per second, CRC error frame percentage, retries per second, retry frame percentage, frames per second, kilobits per second, broadcast, multicast, and unicast traffic, control, management, data, and CRC traffic, kilobyte per second by media type, utilization by media type as a percentage, as well as if I have spectrum integration, spectrum real-time FFT on the 2.4 band or any chunk of the 5 GHz band. If I click on the Occupancy tab at the very bottom, I can see a channel map graphic that helps me visualize where I may have overlapping channels and channel interference. AP's primary channels are shown in red with the number of APs being visible. The yellow area to each side of the AP's primary channel show those channels which may suffer some adjacent channel interference. This view can help me to visualize any co-channel or adjacent channel interference issues I may have in my deployment. Thank you for watching this video, and thank you for choosing AirMagnet Wi-Fi Analyzer Pro.